Well, with Epic Universe on the horizon for Universal Studios, obviously not only Universal, but really all eyes in Orlando are waiting for May 22nd for this new theme park to open, as there's a lot of aspects of not only Universal Studios, but the Orlando local economy looking forward to this new park opening to help boom that local economy there with more people coming in for Epic Universe, Disney World even being one of them, as they have stated that they are anticipating an uptick in their attendance from the spillover effect from Universal Studios. But one thing that is not surprising is in the short term until Epic Universe opens, we have seen the attendance and revenue of the Universal Studios parks fall off a little bit, as I do think a lot of people who are looking to go to Universal Studios are just going to wait for Epic Universe to open. And just the other day, we had the Comcast earnings call, which is Comcast is the parent company of Universal Studios. And in that light, we have an article here from Blue Loop. I think it's Blue Loop or Blow Loop. I don't know which one it is, but they say Universal Parks report flat revenue and attendance ahead of Epic Universe launch. The revenue for Universal's theme parks was consistent with the prior year period. Parent company Comcast has reported in its financial results for the fourth quarter of 2024. I'll just say that's kind of a win for Universal, because I really figured, especially start talking the fourth quarter and really right before Epic Universe opens, that you potentially could see a real downtrend in the attendance, again, because I think a lot of people would be waiting for Epic Universe to open before they take their trip. So the fact that it was flat, we saw Disney kind of report the same thing, that their attendance was rather flat. So that, I think, on some level, if I'm Universal, I would look at that as a little bit of a win there, considering how I figured people would maybe go about attending the parks. Revenue for the park segment was up just 0.1% to $2.37 billion for the quarter due to lower attendance at Universal Orlando and Universal Studios Hollywood, but offset by higher attendance at Universal's international parks, Comcast said in its new report. Adjusted EBITDA, and I can't remember what that stands for, as I am not a financial consultant, and nor is this financial advice on any means, for the theme parks division decreased by 3.9% to $838 million. This was due to around $35 million of pre-opening cost in the fourth quarter for Epic Universe, which is scheduled to launch May 22nd, 2025. And we do know Universal has said, or Comcast has said, they've got allocated about $150 million in marketing budget for Epic Universe, which really for a brand new theme park is really in line with what most of the time they spend for a new movie. If you look at marketing budgets for new movie releases, usually those are around $100 to $150 million. So that's really not out of line, especially for something of a theme park that has a lot more long-term, revenue potential versus just a movie that's kind of more in the short term. They say parks are positioned for long-term success. Comcast president Mike Cavanaugh said in an earnings call, our extraordinary parks business and industry-leading film and TV studios are already positioned for long-term success. Theme parks will be supercharged by the opening of Epic Universe, the most technologically advanced theme park ever. Chief Financial Officer of Comcast, Jason Armstrong, said, "We couldn't be more excited for the launch of Epic. We've also been clear we will have significant costs leading up to this opening, with over $100 million or the vast majority landing in the first quarter." I believe a lot of that is going to be the marketing budget, of course, because if you look at, they spent $35 million thus far up to that point, and then $100 million here. That is close to about the $150 million that they had stated previously that they were going to be spending on marketing. Now, they didn't separate out and show what the revenue was for the domestic parks versus international that I could find. I've looked through multiple different releases here and I couldn't find that information. And in terms of having a new product about to come online, a lot of people would just simply wait. I mean, if you look at probably the new iPhone sales and they announce a new iPhone, I'm imagining iPhone sales up until it comes out are probably rather flat or even decline, because a lot of people just say, I'll just wait until the new one comes out and I'll get that one. So it's kind of how consumers tend to behave, especially people are kind of watching their money more, not traveling as often. So they may be waiting to spend their money, until the new park they want to go to is included in that offering. So the fact that domestic parks are down is not surprising, but going into Epic Universe opening of this year, obviously Universal is going to see a major increase in their attendance. Honestly, if I were to guess, if you look at the Wizarding Worlds when they open, you had 36% increase in attendance. I'm not going to be surprised one bit if we see Universal hit 40% or above increase in their attendance going, with Epic Universe opening. So I think that they're definitely looking at that opening to help boost up those parks, which you can see that as well in the pricing when you're looking at hotels. A lot of the premier hotels for Universal are now, if you look past dates of Epic Universe opening, I mean, a lot of those hotels are, I think the cheapest one day out of from here until like October was in the $300 range. Most of them are $500-$600 or more. So I definitely think that a lot more people are booking to go to Universal, and obviously seeing a big boom in their attendance from that. So I think given the circumstances of that going on, it's probably obviously your best case scenario would be an increase in attendance, but given with Epic Universe about to come online, more than likely this is a pretty good outcome for them as they're, trying to sort of just maintain or bolster attendance where they can during this time period until Epic opens. Now, this first quarter here in 2025 very well could be very down for Universal. That they do have Mardi Gras going on and other festivals, but potentially they could see a down quarter until Epic opens in May, which I would not be surprised by one bit if that were to happen. In fact, I would likely anticipate that happening. Really, the big question going into 2025 is just simply going to be how much of an impact is Epic Universe going to have, not only for Universal, but for Disney World and just general Orlando. How much is this really going to boost things for the entire area? I'm very excited to see how that shakes out, what that looks like, and really how this starts, shaping up as you're talking about Universal and Disney kind of having their theme park battles. I think this is just starting with Epic Universe coming online, as they're going to be doing a lot more things in the parks to bring up, Universal Studios side and Islands of Adventure. I think they're going to do some things already announced that Rip Ride Rocket's going to go away for a brand new roller coaster. You're likely to see other things get announced that they're closing down for new attractions to come their way at Universal Studios. And obviously Disney has their announcements and their new things they're building at their parks currently already. For the most part, most of them are either have started or getting ready to start over there. So you're just now really seeing, I think, the beginnings of the real theme park battle here. And again, I'm here for it. I like a good fight. I like to see two companies that are bidding for your theme park and vacation dollars really try and bring out the best in each other. And I think that sets up for a great scenario for the consumer in the end of that. But in terms of Universal and the attendance and the revenue, seeing it be flat is a pretty good scenario. I would like to know how much the domestic parks dipped. And again, not surprising, I'd like to know how much. And obviously, we'll have to wait and see in the following quarters after Epic Universe opens, how much of an impact is it having? And really, how much of an impact is it having at Disney World and other areas as well? But we'll have to wait and see how that shakes out and what that looks like. But either way, that's going to be it, though, for this video. If you like this video, please like it and subscribe to the channel, as we do lots of coverage here of Universal Studios, Epic Universe, Disney World, and pop culture. And let us know in the comments, are you surprised by this earnings report, and how much of an impact do you think Epic Universe is going to have, not only for Universal, but perhaps the greater Orlando area? And until next time, we will see you in the parks.